You wonderful money masters out there. Happy Friday morning to you. Boy, this time flies fast. Can't believe it's the end of the week here. And it is going to be a fantastic Friday. So if you're just waking up and just tuning in to us, thanks for doing that. If you're listening to us out on the West Coast, we really appreciate that. And for everybody that's watching us on TigerTV, and yes, folks, you can just go to the homepage of TFNN.com. And you will see TigerTV. You'll be able to see this show live. You'll be able to see what's on my screen, or my screens, if you will, and which is really fantastic because 85% of what your brain processes is visual. And it's all about visualization. It's all about how Sylvester Stallone visualized from such a young age what it was that he wanted in his life. What is it that you want in your life, folks? Because you can manifest anything you want in your life. If it's a money tree, you can manifest that, and you can manifest it real quickly. All you have to do is send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. I will send you your own personal money tree. Folks, visualization is so key. You know, I start my day off with this beautiful place that's right above my shoulder. It's all about being rock solid. It's all about putting myself into a peak physical state, a mental state. I want you to do the same thing. You know, and we're nearing Thanksgiving. And absolutely my favorite time of the year, my favorite holiday of all. You know, I wish we could, I wish that there was a law out there where they couldn't open up the retail stores till like 6 in the morning or so on Friday. You know, just such a great time to be with family, to be with friends, or even if you're just by yourself, just simply to be grateful for everything it is that you have in your life, no matter what. Folks, there is so much to be grateful for. And, you know, you talk about getting together on Thanksgiving and families, and a lot of times there's things that are just simply unsaid, undealt with. And if you just focused, if you just sat down, and you should do this because life in trading, life playing golf, life in doing anything, I mean, it's all really the same. It's one and the same. The relationships that you have, your outside relationships, whether it's with spouses, friends, families, coworkers, they really are a reflection of the relationship that you have with the marketplace, the decisions that you make with the marketplace. It's why I spend so much time helping you to focus on that aspect of it. Because when that light bulb goes off, when that clicks, when you understand the relationships that you have with the market and improving those relationships will improve all of your relationships, when you realize that visualization, when you're actually able to see what's going on inside the marketplace, and then you can see what's really going on, the dynamics with regard to communications that you're having, the relationships that you have with folks, and the easiest place to start, always the easiest place to start, folks, is what is it that you're grateful for. So spend a little time this weekend, spend a little time today, spend a little time right now. You should be able to go to a list or a list in your mind and be able to name the top 5 things that you are most grateful for. And it is absolutely the best way to start your day if you're looking to get inspired to go be able to stretch a little bit, maybe to stretch your mind muscles, you know, get outside your boundaries, get outside your guidelines, maybe work on your blueprint, your wiring system, so that you can go take some massive action. That's really what it's all about. I'm inspired by a story of Sylvester Stallone and what he went through. You know, all folks that have achieved anything in their life, folks, anyone that I know of, any story that I've ever written, it hasn't been handed to them. The folks that are happiest are the ones that had visions and had big visions, were able to take those visions, not leave them back in their mind, but bring them forward, make them bright, and I want you to do that, especially when we're having a fantastic Friday. So our call number is 877-927-6648. The phone lines are wide open. If we go take a look at the markets right now, you've got the, and we talked yesterday. If you were listening to yesterday's show, I was talking about how the market was going to open, it was going to pop, and then it was going to drop. And what was showing me that was the charts that we were looking at. And you can always catch the archive shows by going to Channel 14, and it's really great to be able to do that because you can go back, you can take a look at a point in time, see what it was that I was looking at pattern-wise. You know, it might be ABC patterns that we play, might be Gartley patterns, it might be coming up against resistance, swing points, all of that. And it may sound a little overwhelming, but you can actually just focus on any one pattern and play that pattern and learn that pattern and just add things to your toolbox, folks. And you will be amazed at how over time you'll be able to learn. And, you know, an easy way to start, probably the best way to start if you are just new to this, is to go out and get a book. Instead of reading some novel, some, maybe trashy novel or what have you, spend a little time and read about the marketplace. Read about how it is that you can empower yourself to understand these patterns and manage money. The easiest book to go out there and get, The Art of Timing the Trade. Why? Because we've got the red, white, and blue concert, the red, white, and blue contest, if you will. Go Long America. And if you go to the homepage at tfnn.com, you can click on the link. You will see that what we've done is we've segregated the country by cities, if you will, and the winner, the city that has purchased the most amount of books, and each Friday afternoon we see what the updated numbers are, and then on Monday they get updated in the website. And if you see there, the cities, the 3 cities in their categories, Tom and I are going to come do a one-day workshop in each of those cities. You know, I'm looking forward to it. No matter where it is that we land, folks, I am looking so forward. I'd be so grateful to be able to come out there, shake people's hands, and give people a hug. You know, when I greet somebody, when you greet somebody, what do? You know, when you greet somebody they haven't seen for a while, go give them a hug, folks. Tell them that you love them. Anyways, I love these markets. I love the markets that we trade. And if we take a look again, what's going on in the markets here, the futures, you've got the ES mini up about 7 points, the NASDAQ up 10, Dow futures up, let's see, what are the Dow futures up about 67 points or so? King Dollar's down 48 cents. So, in fact, let's go over and let's go take a look at the King here. I think I've got the King, and I'm going to pop up right here on my screen. Let's go take a look at King Dollar. There's King Dollar. Right there. There's the King. That's Tom. That is King Dollar. And if we actually go look at the chart now, we see what King Dollar is actually doing. So, and that is the dollar index, folks. And the dollar index is weighted between the euro, the pound, the yen, the Swiss franc, and the Canadian dollar. And there's one other small little currency in there. And what you can see here on my screen is what you'll see is that the dollar index has been in this little sideways up channel, if you will. You can see, and in fact, this is, you know, in tribute to Bud Rolfs, if you will, you know, our man of channels and trend lines. And what you can see along the bottom there, the bottom trend where it's connecting right to the lower part of each of the bodies of, in this case here, 3 separate candles. So that's a nice trend line along the bottom. You know, along the top is where I've got the trend line where we made the high inside the U.S. dollar index, which was on the date of November the 1st there. And what you can see this morning, what the dollar index did, and what you typically do in these trend lines, that little red dot along there, that's the halfway point. And what you can see, the dollar index, as it moved up yesterday, the day before, hit that midsection, if you will, and then it moved back down and came close enough to testing the bottom. You don't have to test the exact point. We are not about perfection around here. We're about being outstanding. We're about standing out. The dollar index is standing out and is on its way higher. And so long as the dollar index moves higher, folks, what's going to happen is because of the direct correlation between the dollar and the markets, this suggests that the markets will continue to go lower. If it breaks out of this channel, just as we'll go take a look at the channel lines that we were looking at inside the S&P 500, then we've got something new to take a look at. And we wait for the market to communicate to us. The market is continually communicating to us, and we want to be able to teach you those patterns. You don't have to play the patterns on an intraday basis. We're not about day trading. No, of course, in this marketplace, with the volatility of going up and down, there's amazing money that you can make in there. That's what we are definitely not about right now, because we are in a bear market. What we are not about then in a bear market is buy and hold. Buy and hold in a bear market means that you've bought and you're just going to watch it go down and down and down and down. You don't want to do that, folks. You want to make sure that you have stops in place. That's what the money management is that we teach you. You know, folks, if you are not a member of TFNN, come over to our website. Go sign up for it. There's no cost to do that. And what you will do when you do sign up, you'll automatically have on your members page, you'll be populated with what's called, it says, a position size webinar. That's a webinar that I did that helps you understand what I believe, what I know is the most important tool in trading, and that is your position size. But it will also help you in the money game or money management. You can always go to Channel 5, and I did a free 30-minute webinar probably a couple of months ago, so you can find that. Just dig down, you know, a few screens, if you will, and you'll see that. And you want to learn how to play the money game, because what we're in here, you know, the business that we're in, folks, is just, this is a money game. This is a game. You know, you talk about how good are you at games. I'll bet you most folks out there, most folks probably have, if you've got a smartphone, you probably have some type of game on your smartphone. And if you don't have a game on your smartphone, you probably have played some type of game. Could be Monopoly, could be Risk, could be, who knows what it might be. Could be checkers, chess. But you're probably good at games, or maybe you're good at puzzles. Maybe you enjoy puzzles, could be crossword puzzles. Well, folks, you're good at that game. I promise you, you can be fantastic. Fantastic Friday. You can be fantastic at the money game. And so what you don't want to do is be afraid. Because fear, folks, it's just false evidence appearing real. When you understand different trend lines, and this stuff is visual at some point in time. This is my artwork, if you will. Some folks can sit down and they can draw a picture, from their mind. My artwork is right here. This is my palette. I want this to be your palette, too, because all that happened this morning is the dollar index came down to the area where it should, and now it should move higher. And if it doesn't and it breaks this area, it would be like going back and taking a look excuse me, at the S&P index here, the S&P 500. I'll pop it on my screen quickly, and then when we come back from the break here, we'll go take a look at it. And what you can see here, we had a current up channel line in the S&P. And what happened? We broke through that on November the 9th. Broke through it, came back up, touched it, and now, folks, it's moved down. We'll go see where these markets are going when we get back. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back, folks.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you're ready. register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Don't forget, you can test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
It absolutely is, folks. Welcome back. You got the futures are up right now. You got the S&P futures up about 7, NASDAQ 8, Dow futures up about 67. And folks, we were talking about books and the importance of books and how much they, how valuable they really are to your education and being able to understand these markets or just understand how these markets trade. And we also have a promotion going on that's attached to that, and that is just simply called the Give the Gift of Silver promotion. And we are going out to our next winner, Brett Reen from Portland, Oregon. Brett Reen, how you doing this morning? We've got him on the line. You're up early.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, it's early, but
did we wake you? Did we wake you, or are you up at this time all the time?
Actually, it was right in correlation with my usual alarm clock time.
Oh, that's perfect. It was the TFNN alarm clock. We love it. We love it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, do you know how this program works? You're the winner, and being a winner, you get to give this gift of silver to somebody in your life. And, we'll go ahead and send that out to them with a nice little note in there. And, very, very cool. In my opinion, very cool program.
Absolutely. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, cool. Now, here's what I want you to know. We've got this red, white, and blue program, and Portland is part of the white group there, all right? And you guys are, you're in third place, if you will. So I need you to tell 5 people today. Can you do me that favor? I'd be so grateful. Just tell 5 people about this fantastic, franchise that we've got here at TFNN, about this book that you think, if you can find 5 people that you think want to be able to grow their nest egg, they want to be able to, get towards financial freedom. If you could find 5 people and just tell them about our book, I would love that.
That sounds like, yeah, I can do that.
I love it. I love it. So, thanks so much. And how long have you been listening to the show?
I actually started listening caught it about 3 months ago.
Oh, cool! That's great. Well,
and then I've been catching you and Tom both on the TigerTV.
Oh, that's cool. Now, do you have a they call them smartphones, but do you have one of those smartphone type devices? Like a.
No, I'm still a dumb phone person.
A dumb phone, yeah. We got to come up with a different name for that because why do they call them smartphones? But one of the cool things about what we're doing here at TFNN, not only just the Tiger TV, but we've been able to transport that, if you will, so that it will run on all of the smartphone devices. Okay, we'll come up with a different name for them, and it's really cool because what they've been working on some technology, some different feeds around here, and it is so clear, it is so cool. So that way, while you're at work, you can put an earphone in one of your ears, do a little bit of working, and you can have the program going live or the archive going for you.
That's a great incentive for me to upgrade my phone.
Hey, I love it. Okay, all right. So if you tell us which phone you're going to buy, then we'll go out and we'll get that stock.
How about Nokia?
Nokia, okay, all right. Hey, Brett, congratulations. We really appreciate your participation. You're listening to TFNN, and have a real happy Thanksgiving, and I'm really grateful that you are part of the TFNN family.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
It's pleasure been talking to you.
That's great. Have a great day. Great morning.
Okay. Thank you. You too.
You bet. All right, folks. So the Red, White, and Blue program, I don't know why I'm saying brew. Brew. Oh, it must be Friday. I must be getting ready for a brew. How about that? Tetley's. You know, Mike here at the office gave, as long as we're talking brews, he gave me a beer to try over the last couple days called Tetley's. Folks, if you like beer, you got to go try one of those beers. It's fantastic. I love that beer. So let's go switch over the markets here real quickly. And if we take a look at the S&P, the cash S&P, what you can see that it did, and you've got to see a couple of lines here, and I'm going to go ahead and remove them just so you know kind of where we're at or where my thinking is. And it's this red line along the bottom here. And what now I've turned to this black line was this triangle wedge that we've been talking about. Now, normally, a triangle wedge, what it is a continuation pattern. So if you have one of those triangle wedges and the market's moving down into it, it's a continuation pattern to the downside. In this case here, the market was moving up, right, from October through, the entire month of October, right, one of the biggest Octobers, biggest months ever out there. And so the market was definitely moving up. And so there was, in my mind, this possible outcome that this was nothing more than a continuation pattern. Of course, you know, what I know is the power of this P-index date, which really the high of it is on October 27th, and on the S&P, what you're looking at is a high of the 1293 area. And what we did yesterday was we broke through that triangle to the downside. Folks, that's real important to understand, because this is normally a continuation pattern. And when you have such a high move going from October, a record move, the market is absolutely communicating something to us.
This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in the complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Homeowners, did you know a burglar could break into your home and get away in just 5 minutes? A locked door may not be enough to keep a thief out of your home. Think about what you can lose, and then think about this. Now you can get a free security system monitored by ADT, the leader in home security. Pick up your phone now and get free hardware, free medical and fire alert, and free activation. It's an $850 value. Just call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, at 1-800-949-8207. You'll get 24-hour protection, and there's no cost for parts or activation. So call now about a free security system monitored by ADT. Call 1-800-949-8207. $99 installation charge. 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 a month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. Call now. 1-800-949-8207. That's 1-800-949-8207.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your Gold Report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to TFNN.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Off to the races. Folks, you've got the Dow is up 32 points, leading the charge. You got the S&P's up about 3.8 points. The composite is pretty much flat, just up 20 cents right now. The small cap's up 285, so the pretty much everything up just a tad, if you will. And folks, again, I'm so grateful for your presence here today. And stick around, because following this show, you've got Tom and I doing the Money Masters show. Then Mr. Basil Chapman is in from 11 to 12. Then Nico DeHaan from 12 to 1. David White brings it back from 3 to 4. And Tom from 4 to 6. And we're going to change that lingo there. We're going from smartphones. We're going to toss that. And handheld devices, folks. So we've been working on, not me personally, but here at TFNN, we've been working on some streaming software that will run on any handheld device, any current model handheld device that's got streaming capability. It doesn't have to be a phone. You know, it can be, I think my kids have one of those little touches. That's right, iTouch. That's what it is. You know, or Droid pads or iPads. So anything that's a streaming device, and it is absolutely so cool. So I think that is going to be released right after Thanksgiving. And we've got a number of folks that are testing it out, and it's going to be just a great addition to the overall program. And we really do appreciate you telling other folks about it, about the program. Now, had a caller who had to take off, who wanted to take a look at First Solar. The only problem is I don't know what Robert was looking for at First Solar. He did attend the event that Tom and I did in Tampa, which, you know, we're going to be doing that plus an expanded version of that when we do travel around to those 3 lucky cities that are out there. So we're taking a look at First Solar, just take a quick peek and see what it is that we're taking a look at. And, you know, this stock has gone from, let's take a look, go all the way back here. Talk about a stock. You've gone from $300 down to $45 right now. And if you just look at this on the chart, the only people that are actually potentially have any profit in this thing, and we're only talking about a few bucks, are those folks who bought it in the February 2007 time frame. This is, folks, this is not one of those stocks I recommend that you get into, even try to play a, you know, a pop or what have you. You know, this thing looks like it is a DOA. There's better ways to put your money at risk out here. You certainly can't short this stock. You would have wanted to short it in the $300 range, not the $45 range, and to go long here against all that resistance, because anybody who is up top above you, wants to get their money back. So, you know, you've got a supply line that's going to last for a long, long time. And, you know, even though it's got some bullish engulfing candles right down here, you know, that occurred on the 11th, that candle there engulfed the entire day, you know, as a stock had moved down. You also had one yesterday that engulfed the entire candle from November 16th. But, you know, this is just, in my opinion, this is a bad stock to be putting your money at risk. There are much, much better trades out there. And so that's with regard to First Solar. Let's go take a quick look at Apple, because, you know, we've talked about Apple so much, you know, and the mere fact of the importance of it inside the NDX 100, the Qs, and right now you've got Apple trading out at 376.55, and we talked yesterday about the island reversal formations that are inside Apple. And if you go back to February of this year, you'll also see a similar island formation and how it did a 1 to 1.272, A to B equals CD down. In the case of Apple, we had a confirmation of an ABC down. That confirmation came in on November 10th when it did $26 million, 26 million shares. Now, the one-to-one expansion, which I've been, saying on the show here, that Apple is going to do at least that, would have been 374.26. What Apple did yesterday was it got down to a low of 375.50. Trading out at 376.61, Apple wants to go to 364.70 next. And then, folks, what I think is Apple wants to get down and test the bottom of that October 4th low. Real important to know that because that was the leader, still a leader out there in technology. Now we need to see where it's going to lead us next in the markets. 877-927-6648.
Today, noon Eastern, join Nico Dahan as he features special guest Dr. Richard London, author of forthcoming books, Doctorate of Business Life, Creating Success and Wealth with No Limits. Also, great language, great life. Communicate to wealth, words, and create miracles in your life. Don't miss this important interview today, noon Eastern, on Living a Primal Lifestyle with Nico Dahan, right here on TFNN.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of The Money Game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by South American Silver Corporation. For more information, just click the South American Silver Corporation banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. You got the Dow up 34. The S&P's up 2.5. Composite down 4. The NDX down 7 points. That's Apple with such a big weighting in there leading the charge. Now, I'm going to come back real quickly here to the S&P cash chart that I've got because I know we've got listeners that are following along with some of the lines that I've got drawn in there. And so what you can see is that, on the S&P cash, we had this, this triangle that was going on. We broke through that to the downside. That is a reason to truly give you pause, folks, because that should have broken to the upside. And when it doesn't, and especially after having such a strong move in October, you have to say to yourself, maybe that move is over. Something to think about. Now, you break through that, and we broke through that with some conviction. You had volume that absolutely was picking up, and what you also did on the way down yesterday was you broke through that that support line, those two bearish engulfing lines, that I've had drawn here for quite some period of time. So you broke through that, and what you really did was you came right down to the 0.382 retracement of the entire move up from October. So if you go down to your October 4th low in the S&P cash, which is the 1074 area, and you draw, that's your 0 point, if you will, and you draw your line all the way up to the October 27th high that you made with that 1292, the 0.382 retracement of that, which is the normal first move, that's your first elevator, if you will, on our retracement tool. You have 382, 618, and 786. Well, the 0.382 is 1209.43. Where did the... Good Lord. Can you believe this? Where did the S&P get down to yesterday? 1209.43. I didn't even realize that. So the 0.382, is that possible? That is amazing, isn't it, folks? That is absolutely amazing. You're talking about going from the the 1284 area down to the 1074, and the 0.382 is 1209.43. And where does it get down to yesterday? Exactly to 1209.43. So what happens when you get to these retracement levels? Well, that's your first area. And what you'll do is you'll bounce from there. Okay, you'll take pause. You'll let some people off the elevator. The elevator gets a little bit lighter, and it maybe it's going to go back down and pick up some more passengers, if you will. And that's why you want to be able to take a look at volume. So it should bounce here. If it doesn't bounce here at all, it's telling you that there is some real pressure to the downside. And with the dollar index having tested the bottom of its trend line, and as long as it stays within that channel, if you will, then, that is suggesting that the dollar index, King Dollar, will bounce higher. You'll see some pressure on the markets. And the next area of resistance now happens to be those bearish engulfing support lines. Now that you broke through that, that would be one area. Is it possible that the S&P could bounce up to the lower, this red line, this angular line here? It could, absolutely. I mean, anything can happen in these markets. That's why we use stops. That's why we use probability management. We'll watch. It's going to be important, just as it was important yesterday to have broken through where it did, to have broken to the downside. And folks, so what I really think, in the new lines that I have drawn in here is, and I had this line drawn anyways, this black line here, that was the part of the wedge that we've got there. But now I've got a new line here that's drawn, this new black line that I think is kind of this new sideways channel that will be in, and which means that I would expect that we'll get down into the 1175 area as the next area where we might see some support, if you will. And if that area holds, folks, what happens there is once you get down into that area, there's no more swing points. There's no more swing points. And swing points are real important when you're taking a look at trading, because that's where you make these move of a move. Well, the only swing point left there is going to be the October lows. So be careful if you're along this market. Make sure that you're using good money management principles, because this is a game. It's not about being right. It's about simply learning how to play the game, and I absolutely want to teach you how to do that. If we go around the world, see what's going on around the world right now, we'll go take a look at the DAX. The DAX is down 51 points. Now, the DAX had come all the way back to about break even maybe about 15 minutes ago when I looked at that on my screen. You've got the DAX is down 61 points. You got the FTSE, and there's definitely problems over in the UK, and the FTSE is down 71 points. You had Shanghai down 49 points last night. You had the Hang Seng down another 326 points. The Nikkei down 104 points. And if we go take a look at the DAX and see what the DAX is doing here on this chart, the DAX is just building cause to bust through its lows on November the 10th. And it is in a ABC down pattern. The next move on the DAX is going to take it to likely the 0.618 retracement area of the move up off of the October 5th. The October 4th area, which would take it to 56.24. It's important to watch the DAX. If we go take a look, let's go take a look at the dollar index again here real quickly, and then we'll go take a look and see what the actual currency pairs are doing. See what we've got out there. If we take a look at the dollar index, on the daily basis, if you were to take a look at this chart, you can see it's starting to move up. If we go to more of an intraday chart here on the dollar index, let's go ahead and pull up a 10-minute chart. I must have it somewhere up here on my screen. Let me just take this up here, and we'll take a look and change this to the 10-minute chart, and this will give us a feel for what's going on here in the dollar index. So you can see, let's take a look. Let's see what kind of expansions we've got in between swing points here on the dollar index. Let me just draw one in from this area here. And what we will see is, I don't see anything necessarily there, but we do see the dollar index is on its move northward. Oh, the dollar index on the 10-minute chart may have done a move. I got too much information out there on the screen. All it did was it came back to the area where it broke out, where we filled a gap, if you will, on the 10-minute chart, going back to the November 14th time frame. Let's go take a look at what the ETF index is on the short term on the 10-minute chart basis here real quickly. And I did say we we're going to go take a look at currencies. But, what you do want to keep your eye on, if we're taking a look at the SPYs here, in a bear market, folks, what happens is, you pop and then you drop. And we certainly did that yesterday. We popped and we dropped like a lead balloon. And just simply on the short-term 5-minute chart here, what did you do today? You popped. And so far in the first 20 minutes of trading, we have dropped. Is there any significant volume here? No, not just yet. And what it's doing, it's testing that 4 o'clock close. The last 5 minutes into the 4 o'clock close yesterday. Anyways, folks, the music is on. We're going to be coming into our last segment. Feel free to give me a call, 877-927-6648. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, the Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses. Keep money in your community and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio. Therefore, we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the opening call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his opening call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and in very, very strongly support the use of his opening call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the opening call, a $64 value, visit tfnn.com today.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to your trading and investing. The Money Masters, next on TFNN.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. And in the money section of the USA Today, the headline there is, "What if the Super Committee fails?" Folks, do you remember back when they, when things were going pretty tough and we needed more, we needed more money. Our government needed more money, to pay for their worldly goods, to be able to pay for all the inside information that they get so they can put some trades together and all those things. Remember, the market was, you talk about volatile. I remember there you had futures up one Sunday night, about 200 points, 300 points, and then down, as soon as the market opened. And the Super Committee, not that, I hope that you're not a type of person that waits the last minute to do everything, but I believe that they're supposed to have their deal done by this coming week, coming into the holiday. I don't know about you, but most folks at this stage are starting to kind of unwind. They're going to go through this weekend and, folks aren't going to necessarily feel so much like working next week. You got to prepare for the big eating fest, right? You got turkey and mashed potatoes and dressing and cranberries and pumpkin pie and everything else that goes with it. Anyways, folks, trouble in River City. That happens to be our city here, right? Your city, my city, where we live. Oh yes, and Ham too. Now, what I've got up on my screen, talk about trouble in River City in currencies, and I'll try to switch over to the yen, but when you don't let markets just simply operate normally, there's just simply problems, and that's what you can take a look at the yen when you take a look at the intervention that was out there and how it's pulled back at this stage. Well, let me switch back over here to the Great British Pound, because right now you've got the FTSE down 68 points. And, it's important to understand these candle formations, these candle patterns. And in the Great British Pound, you've got these 2 bearish engulfing patterns that are up there. And today especially, this is important because, we made quite a move down. And then this morning, it had quite a pop up, and it sold off. And if we just simply go to the easiest, I'm going to show 2 different retracement levels. One from this top of this bearish engulfing here on November 14th, and the 0.382 is 1.58. If we just really go back to the real top of this, where it made a high October 31st in the 161.65 area, and we take a look, what you're going to see is that what the Great British Pound did today was just simply made a 0.382 retracement, and this simply has started to sell off. So if that is the C point, if we've now made an A to B, and this morning in overnight trading, that was the C point, only a 0.382 retracement. That says that the Great British Pound, and it gave us those signals with those bearish engulfing patterns at the top, is going to probably do more than a 1-to-1 ABC down. Well, what does that take us to? Let's go see where just simply the 1-to-1 takes us to, and we can see where the 1 to 1.272 would take us to. So the 1-to-1, folks, is going to take us to the 154 area. A 1 to 1.272, what's that do? takes us all the way back to making a move off of the October 6th area. So isn't it interesting how we're taking a look at these charts, and it doesn't matter whether we're looking at a currency chart, a chart on Apple, a chart on the S&Ps, and how, where all this is signaling to us that October 4th is coming. That's where the market is headed to until it gives us some type of different signal. When it gives us a difference, I'm not married to this. It's just right now taking a look at the patterns that are in place. Now, is there anything wrong with that? Making a move? No, there's not. But it's just understanding how it's going to impact, your money, how it's going to impact what it is that you trade. And that's what we want you to understand. A normal move, quite frankly, on the Great British Pound here, you'd have a Gartley buy pattern right in that 154 area where it makes A to B equals C to D because it's also a 0.786 return. Folks, thanks so much for being here this morning. Stay tuned. Tom and I will be back in about 8 minutes. Thanks again.
Hi, folks. Steve Rhodes here.